to tour Istanbul's top sites. 1 day, or 2 days/1 night, is a bit rushed, but possible. 3 days/2 nights is comfortable. 4 days/3 nights is wonderful. This itinerary is designed to show you the top sites in Istanbul, and things to do, and to avoid weekly closings. You may want to take a walking tour or employ a recommended licensed private guide, especially to see the Kahire Church and city walls. Morning flight to Istanbul's Ataturk International Airport (IST), and transfer to your hotel. Have lunch in a simple local restaurant, then take a walking tour of Sultanahmet, the heart of historic Byzantium/Constantinople/Istanbul. The Hippodrome, Hagia Sophia, closed Monday, the Blue Mosque and Yerebatan Saray, Sunken Palace Sister. In the evening, relax over a candlelight dinner in a nice restaurant. Get to Topkapı Palace, closed Tuesday, before its doors open, and go straight to the harem to assure your place. After seeing the harem, explore the rest of the palace, museum, perhaps having an early lunch in the palace's Konyol restaurant overlooking the Bosphorus and Sea of Marmara. In the afternoon, walk or ride the tram along Divanulu to the Grand Bazaar for shopping, or take a taxi to the Kahire Church, Kariye Müzesi, Church of the Holy Savior in Cairo, closed Wednesday, to see its splendid Byzantine mosaics, and the city walls. In the evening, stroll along Istiklal Caddesi, La Grande Rue de Paris, in Beyazit to find a cozy cafe, bar or taverna for a drink, then dinner. Bosphorus Cruise. Hop aboard a ferry for a cruise up the Bosphorus to Saray or near the Black Sea. After a seafood lunch, ride south by land stopping at the Sadburkhan Museum, Rumi Hisar Castle, and Ormuz Palace and Park. Stop in Trendy Ortaköy for seaside tea and snacks, then taxi to Taksim Square for some strolling and window shopping in Nisantas or along Istiklal Caddesi. Lots of choices. If there's time before you board your homeward flight, visit the archaeological museums, the Museum of Turkish and Islamic Arts, or the Egyptian Spice Bazaar, open every day. Stroll along Istiklal Caddesi, search for arts and antiques in Sakırkuma, have tea at the Ottoman Victorian Pura Palace Hotel, or hop aboard the Seher Hatlar ferry for the 1-hour intercontinental round-trip/return cruise from Eminönü across the Bosphorus to Üsküdar, Kadıköy or Haydarpaşa, with fine views of Sarayyo Point, Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque from the water. If you have only a day, or part of a day, to see the sights in Istanbul, efficient airport transport is essential, so I recommend you consider the economical private airport transfers, guided tours and similar travel services of my friends at Effendi Travel in Sultanahmet. Effendi's professional drivers and airport welcome staff know the traffic situations at all times in Istanbul, and their GPS tracking-equipped Mercedes-Benz and minivans can whisk you into the city to see the sights and return you to the airport in time for your onward flight. Luckily for those with little time, Istanbul's top sites are grouped right around the Hippodrome in Sultanahmet Square, so it can be possible to visit them all on your first, or only, day. The challenge is crowds. Istanbul is such a popular travel destination these days, especially in April, May, September, and October, that lines, queues to enter can be very long. Turkey's top destinations for first-time visitors are Istanbul, Cappadocia, and perhaps Konya, the Ephesus area south of Izmir on the Aegean coast, perhaps including Pamukkale, and the western Mediterranean coast, probably Antalya. More. You can visit the top destinations in as little as 8 days on a tour, or on your own if you get the transport just right. Of course, 9 or 10 days is better, and 2 weeks is comfortable. Especially on the first trip to Turkey, and especially if your travel time is only around 7 to 10 days, it makes sense to consider joining a guided tour. All the tedious travel arrangements, flights, airport transfers, local transport, hotels, guides, admissions, meals, are taken care of, and you have the opportunity to share your travel experiences with like-minded travelers who are also visiting Turkey for the first time. In many cases, an escorted tour costs no more than making your own arrangements. Tour companies buy travel services wholesale. You buy them retail. Even if you don't plan to join a guided tour, I suggest that you look at some of the tours described here to learn about Turkey's top sites and how the professionals design visits to them.